In a year's time, the eyes of the world will be on Glasgow. This time next year, we'll be 3 days into COP26, one of the most important global gatherings of the century so far. If it weren't for COVID, of course, we would currently be days away from COP26. For Scotland, as for other countries, responding to the pandemic will continue to be an overwhelming focus for some time to come. However, as we deal with the threat of COVID, we must never forget that the climate emergency is the greatest long-term challenge facing our world. Scotland is determined to play our part in meeting that challenge. We want to ensure that as we recover from the pandemic, we build back in a fairer and greener way. Our country has already set world-leading targets to reduce emissions by 75% by 2030 and to achieve net zero by 2045. And last year we outlined plans for a Green New Deal to help ensure a just transition as we move towards net zero. This year we enhanced that plan to support a sustainable economic recovery from COVID. We're investing almost £1.6 billion in the decarbonisation of heat over the course of this Parliament. We're creating a Green Jobs Fund to promote investment and to support employment in low-carbon sectors. We're also helping established industries as they adapt to a low-carbon and then a net zero future. Our Energy Transition Fund is helping oil and gas businesses to diversify, and we're assisting our industrial and manufacturing sectors. All of that is in addition to supporting new technologies such as carbon capture and storage and hydrogen. And finally, the new Scottish National Investment Bank will be open for business by the end of this year. Its primary mission is to drive the move to a net zero economy. The next 12 months will therefore see significant progress, even as we continue to tackle COVID and recover from its consequences. That's hugely important. When COP takes place in Glasgow next November, I want people to recognise Scotland as a country which, having pioneered the industrial age, is now showing the leadership needed for a net zero world. In doing so, we're facing up to the many challenges that presents. For example, the hard, ongoing work of decarbonising heat and transport. But we're also seizing the opportunities it creates to create new jobs, develop new technologies, and build a greener and fairer country. None of this, of course, can be done by government on its own. It needs to be a collective endeavour where government, business, the third sector and many others work together to achieve our shared ambitions. I'm already hugely grateful for the incredible work of our low carbon and renewable sector. You're the reason Scotland already has an international reputation in this field. And so the Scottish Government is determined to continue supporting you in the future. We recognise that you're vital to Scotland's long-term success. So let me thank all of you for the contribution you are making. I hope you find this event useful and informative, and I very much look forward to working with all of you as we build a stronger, fairer, greener Scotland in the months and years to come.